Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Goat Sama, and today we are going to talk about Invincible. But before we start, please hit the subscribe button. It'll help me grow the channel and I would really appreciate that. Now look, Invincible has been climbing its ranks in popularity over the past 2 months, and it's been widely pushed by the YouTube algorithm, been widely pushed by people overall. It was introduced to me by someone telling me to watch it profusely. Like, this person was on me all day every day telling me, yo, you have to watch this, and I eventually gave in, and I did, and I gave it a chance. And let me tell you, I did not get up until I finished watching every single episode. I sat down for that thing and I watched it all through in one sitting. What does that mean? It's great. It's not every show that will get me to sit down and watch until the end. Don't get me started on Black Butler. I watched that thing over 3 months. I think it was more actually, because I just couldn't keep being focused for that long. This thing had like 43 minutes per episode and 8 episodes in total, but it felt like nothing. Every 43-minute episode just felt like a walkthrough because of the content, because of how great it was. It's just so, can I say unique? It's not unique because the idea of superheroes is not a unique idea, but the way it was presented and the way that it was made, the unfilteredness of it, the raw action, the twists, the simple but crazy good writing is just an explosion of wow. I call this show unique mainly because of how the main character is presented to us. Let's take Superman for an example. Superman is a main character in his own show, and it shows. He is very powerful. Even when Superman was young, no one could touch him. Doesn't matter how powerful the villain is, Superman beat everyone because he was the main character. We go over to Batman. Batman is human and he never loses. He never gets injured. He has come out of big fights and big movies and big shows where he was fighting really huge and dangerous people, really huge and dangerous villains, and he came out unscathed, untouched, and a winner, which is very stupid, but it just goes to show how much power you have as a main character when you are the main character. The plot armor, the overpoweredness, just everything in general. Basically what I'm trying to say, go to any superhero show and the protagonist is winning. The protagonist is beating the villain. The protagonist is powerful. But when we come to Invincible, we have our protagonist Mark, whose superhero name is Invincible, which is quite funny because he is not invincible at all. Bro is always getting thrashed. Bro is always getting out of commission. It doesn't work out as much as it does for other superheroes in their own shows. It doesn't even matter if it is a major antagonist or a major villain or a big name. Any villain can touch him, and that to me creates a sense of realness. I don't think it's only me who thought when Mark got his powers he would just be beating everybody, he would just be beating every villain, but it turned out he was the one getting beat, and that was quite refreshing. It brought a certain feel of unpredictiveness to the show, that anything can happen at any time to this guy, and I was all for it. Speaking of unpredictable, we have the love story between Mark and Amber, but we all thought that at some point Atom Eve would be somewhere in the picture and would somehow disrupt the relationship that Mark had with Amber, but it never happened. It followed a narrative that a lot of us are not used to seeing. We're used to seeing things that we expect to happen in these superhero shows. And when we saw the raw unpredictability of the show, which we saw majorly displayed in the first episode when Omni-Man killed the Guardians of the Globe, it put us all on edge and made us glued to our seats and made us think that, yo, what's gonna happen in the next few episodes? what is this show on? What the hell is going on? It just created this drive to want to see what's gonna happen next because it is unpredictable. And that is what shows should be. When I watch these superhero shows, it's for entertainment. I want to get entertained. It's not that I want to know what's gonna happen, because I already know. If it's a Superman movie, Superman is gonna win. If it's a Batman movie, Batman is gonna win. If it's an Avengers movie, the Avengers are gonna win. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not trying to slam these shows or slander them. All I am doing is trying to show you how unique Invincible is, how different it is made from all these other shows. This show just might be the best superhero animated show ever. Well, to me that is, but yeah. Now also, don't get me wrong, the superheroes from these other shows do get thrashed sometimes, but all I'm saying is they're not getting thrashed as much as Invincible is. Heck, their name is not Invincible. His name is Invincible and he's not invincible at all. The storyline is fairly simple, but it is presented to us in a mature, complex way, but still leaving it simple enough for viewers to understand. It's an overall good show, not just a good superhero show, but a good show on its own right. And everybody should watch it. So if you haven't watched Invincible, of course you have if you're watching this video, but if you haven't watched it, go and watch it right now. There are a lot of themes and a lot of things I will still cover from this show in the future, but all I wanted to do with this video is to just show you how unique it is to your typical generic superhero show. The fight scenes were animated beautifully. Watching Omni-Man turn into a villain was a great twist. It had the right amount of violence, the right amount of blood, the right amount of everything, yo. And that concludes the video. If you think there's anything I left out, just comment down below. And if you enjoyed the video, just subscribe. And yeah, see you in the next one.